bring you another Boom Beach live stream. In today's stream, guys, could you believe it? The chicken is having internet issues. Like, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? I tried to get Reddit on Skype. Skype crashed. My 3 accounts wouldn't load. Let's turn this down a bit. Holy jeez. My 3 accounts wouldn't load. I tried to pull up Google Hangouts, and then the stream just crashed. It's like... Oh, man. Like, if you wonder why chicken doesn't do more collabs often, this is why. It's always extremely annoying. So, thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I understand that that was probably annoying. But, we are here. We did make it eventually. So let's go ahead and bring up this guy. We're going to bring the chat into the stream, guys. I was going to do this after, but, I don't know, like, it's just too much stupid things happening. We'll bring you over there, and we are going to not bring up email chicken, for God's sakes. Okay, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there, guys. Chat. Oh, so Red, if you're watching, I'm sorry, man. I tried my best to get you in. We will figure it out eventually, for the love of God. Just probably not on this stream, unfortunately. But, so, guys, what I was planning on doing, I wanted to do a trial run. I wanted to do a lot of stuff today. I wanted to do a trial run of, doing some high-level task force operations and stuff. But, the chicken got the boot from that task force, so unfortunately, no, we want to keep that one. We want to get rid of the text one. So just bear with us, guys, while we get through some more technical stuff here. So we'll go like that, and then we'll go like this, and do something like that. There we go. How's that looking? All right, so how is everybody doing? Thank you so much for coming out to the stream, guys. Alright, so we got Mr. Poing just chirping away, taking shots at everybody left and right. Mr. Poing just comes into the chat, guys, and he just starts swinging. Just, like, swinging on everybody. Like, Dan, Beast, everybody gets shots from Mr. Poing in the chat. It's great, though. It's great. I love Mr. Poing. Alright, so we got Green Machine, we got Jeffrey, Mr. Freshman, Dan Farfan. Oh, man. Everybody's coming out for Tribal Reset Live. So what do you guys... Up and running, internet and toes pills. Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what happened with Boomco? Let's get into some attacks here while we go over this. So I wanted to join, I was talking with Boomco. I guess they're a high-level task force. And the idea was, I was just going to go over some of their replays and stuff, right? So I joined the task force, and then I was like, okay, like, the stream's going to start in about an hour. Which operation you want to do? They were like, oh, no, let's do it next weekend. I was like, well, we're here now. Like, let's just show some hits or whatever. And then he was like, no, next weekend. Then just kicks the chicken. So, I guess so much for that. So, if there's any other high-level task forces that you guys want to be featured onto the chicken channel, then shoot me a tweet, shoot me a message, get a hold of me in one way or another, and we will definitely get that going, guys. Okay. Alright, so let's go like this. And we got... some stuff going on here and here. Back. Yeah, so it's also the last day of the remote turret, guys, which is kind of sad, but it's also kind of exciting, because that means that we're going to get more stuff very, very soon here. So we got a taunt going off. Are we going to have enough Zuka damage to be able to pull this out, guys? If we can get the shield down fast enough to get another taunt off, maybe we'll have a chance. Come on, get the taunt going, Bullet. What are you doing? One more shot, and boom! DJE goes down. But back. So I'm going to close Skype, because that's using up some CPU. Okay, apparently Skype doesn't respond to the X button. So we're going to keep Skype open. Red, if you can figure out how to get, I don't know. Josh Vanguard, top 100. Come on over to 600 stunners. 25-man task force. Okay, we can definitely do that, Josh. Okay. Brian Snyder, welcome to the stream, man. Stuart Jeffries, how are you doing, my man? Which task force kicked you today? Shock... Oh, okay, Dan didn't mean it like that. Shock Blaster Taunt blocked you. Usually short 4 or 5 guys. That still works, though. That still works. And we got a crystal, guys. Check that out. Am I the only one who has the chicken syndrome, guys? Musa Shadafini. Wolfpack, welcome to the stream, man. Eric Wolfpack is in the chat, guys. Haven't heard much from you lately, but I assume you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, so we have the Tribal Reset happening in 55 minutes, guys. So we're going to be doing a longer stream today. And, yeah, it's gonna be great. Can't join our... Oh, thanks, Poink. Thanks, man. Okay, so... We have right now... let's just check this first. We have right now, the warrior damage, so we should probably be clearing a map with warriors. Because... because... Oh, did you get it working? Incoming call, okay. Okay. I don't understand this. How did I get a call? It says I'm not even signed in. Man, this computer's driving me nuts. Okay. Okay, accept call. Audio. Close. Red, did we get you in?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, finally. How does that make any sense?
That does not make any sense.
I'm very confused. So, I tried to sign into Skype, but it wasn't accepting my accounts. And then I just randomly got a phone. Like, I'm not even signed in to anything right now.
Well, you said, to try. You're like, Red, if you want to try, I don't know. And I was like, well, I don't know either. But
Red touches it for 2 seconds, guys. Does a better job than the chicken for like 45 minutes. Awesome. All right. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. I'm glad this is actually kind of set up here. So, hold on a sec. Windows Media Player. Okay, we'll get the tunes going here. Back. So, Red, we are going to be going over the tribal resets, and I guess if someone wants to open up their task force, we could jump on there and do some like high-level operation stuff, if that's even a thing.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, so Josh threw out one in the chat. What was the name of it here? We'll just scroll up a bit here, guys. Chicken needs a Mac. I don't know about that. 55 minutes qualifies as a marathon stream by the Chicken Norm. That is correct, Dan. Okay, well, Red, I'm sure that you're in a task force, right?
I am, but we are not a high-level task force.
Well, I mean, like, at this point, I think we should just jump into something here. So, I'm not actually in a task force right now.
Josh has 600 stunners, 25-man, top 100.
We could check that one out.
That's
600 stunners. 600 stunners. Okay, cool.
Are those, like, Old Stone, Steve Austin stunners, or...?
Something like that. Alright, so I joined the 600 stunners. We'll get Red in there as well. So we can dissect and analyze these attacks, guys. Okay. So now we're just waiting for Josh. So yeah, I also threw up a Q&A on the subscriptions page, guys. So if you ever want to not miss chicken posts like this, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell, just like Red has. And we will go and find this.
Of course.
Yeah, so I threw it up as a Q&A for the chicken, but I mean, we can both kind of dive into these questions. If we can friggin' pull it up here. Oh, man. God, I hate computers. Alright, so we're in the task force. Okay, so... Alright, so here we go, guys. So, this is Josh's task force. 600 stunners. They are currently... they're currently somewhere, but their highest position reached was 23. So that's no slouch, guys. So let's dive into... Yeah, it's not bad. So let's dive into the first attack, which is going to be Callisto by Dr. T. Sam. An interesting name. Lots of snowman. Kind of festive. And let's see what we got here. So Red is a little bit more familiar with these high-level attacks, guys. So we're going to pause this here and just let Red take it away.
Alright, so where are you at? He's buzzed it out, right?
Yeah. So we got the Okay, wait. So how are we gonna? Are you gonna watch like on the? This isn't gonna work, is it? Because it's gonna be really delayed. But whatever. So just play the first attack. We're starting out right now. We got the Zukas coming up on the right hand side here.
Yeah, I don't know. That flare is a little over to the side, but yeah, looks good.
So basically, the idea here is you farm up the cells on the right, and then you kind of sneak your way up and around the back left of the core, right?
Oh wait, you're on Callisto.
Yeah.
Alright, what eye? Which one?
The very first attack of the last operation that they did. The one they just started, with 13 attacks in it. That's the one we'll go over first, guys.
Okay, and we're doing Callisto? I don't even see that here.
Right at the bottom, Red. The very first attack.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, guys, there we go. Le Tomboy, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for coming out. Alright, so we're diving back into Dr. T. Sam. And we're going to let Red analyze and break this down first, guys, while the chicken pulls up the Q&A questions that are hidden somewhere.
So this is actually a little bit more complicated because he's got that grappler on the beach. But here, I believe, they just shock bullet here on this corner.
Okay.
And it turns it into like a... And he missed it a little bit. Hurry up. Got it.
Oh, he comes to the left?
Normally they shock it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you just do like a diagonal path up from like where he first took the cells out from.
That's like a really fancy way of doing it.
That's the way the chicken usually tries to do it. Like both times I attacked Callisto. Didn't end up going very well.
I've actually seen guys hopping that will flash kill a rocket launcher on their way back there. Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Like they don't even stop walking.
So pretty clean run here. He's right up here on top of the mortars now. He shocks bullet. Interesting. I think you already said this, but
yeah, that's the whole kind of strategy there, is to shock him so that
well, I guess then everything is just kind of distracted by him, eh? Like all those flamethrowers are useless, all the mortars aren't doing anything. It's just those one group of rocket launchers up at the top.
Yeah, and then really the only thing you're worried about is that you're probably not running troop health, so
right.
you might die.
And he gets the turret out, guys. That is fantastic. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't even pulled this off yet.
Yeah, most of these hits are going to be very fresh and new to the chicken, guys. Okay, so I can pull up the Q&A stuff on the phone. We'll get everything kind of going at once here. So do you want to jump into the next attack? We have Prime going in on the chicken's favorite base, guys, and that is going to be Dioxin. Now, I consider myself a bit of a Diox expert, but we'll see what Prime has in store for us here.
Not a bad setup.
Are you familiar with Diox, Red?
Oh yeah.
I almost got it once. It had like 1.7 million health, and it was only like 3 shocks. I almost got it once, but wasn't.
It's
well,
not easy.
no, it can be tricky. I always screw up on like where to take out the mines. I don't know. I just always screw up on it, guys.
See, you only have to use the one barrage by the core there. The other ones, the other 2 that you're gonna hit, those are gonna get taken out by either brick or he or bullet.
Oh, I see.
And he's gonna flare. See the top left of that mortar up there?
Yeah.
You want to put your flare as close to that top left mortar as you can, and then they walk straight. See,
Oh, he goes right through the middle of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And he shocks bullet. This is crazy.
I've seen this strat. This is gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah, I've never seen a bullet shock on Dioxin before. I assumed that you always had to have like the brick damage.
Oh, those stupid rocket launchers, really?
It still kind of worked though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much health was on it, but I assume there was quite a lot.
Look at this. Great hit.
Yeah, that was nuts. He actually survived like a very long time, guys. Okay, so we'll go down here. I guess I never asked. Guys, can you actually hear Red in the stream? I'm hoping that you can. Rebooting. Beast is frustrated. He's shown me the dioxide like a million times. Okay, so can you... Very hard to hear him. I can more or less hear Red. Now, can we get... I'm just going off of, like, desktop. I guess what I could do is this. And I could turn the...
How about now?
Yeah, and I could turn the music down here. Okay, guys. Could you let us know in the chat if Red's voice is better now? Because I think that should be pretty well perfect there. So we have the first Q&A question is, why do you speak about yourself in the third person? From Alex Jonas. That is an excellent...
I was actually going to ask if I had to do that.
That's an excellent question, Alex. Maybe in a later date we'll get into the history of how the chicken came to be. But not today, guys. But not today. So Donko asks, I'd like to know why taunt doesn't work 100% of the time. I still get defensive buildings that are taunted but out of range of bullet target my other troops. I also see it all the time on YouTube. Taunt doesn't work 100%. I still get defensive buildings that are taunted but out of range. I think that's
a bug right now.
Yeah, like, it was really weird when it first came out, because they never said exactly, like, how it was supposed to work. I just remember reporting, like, a bunch of things that I thought were bugs, like, when you do the taunt, and then it taunts a building, and then that building doesn't do anything. I don't think that was actually how it was supposed to work. It just never was, like, addressed or fixed or anything. Like, I personally like how that, how it plays out. Like, it makes attacks a lot easier, right? But... yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a bug or if that was ever planned on being fixed and they just gave up on it or what, but...
I believe a guy named Bobby had told me that, what is it? It's supposed to be like 8 tiles or something.
Oh, okay.
But the graphic shows 12 tiles taunted.
So then the 8 tiles are taunted, then the 12 just sit there? Is that the idea?
Well, they don't sit there. They're firing at your troops yet.
Right,
but they look like they're taunted. They've got the little exclamation point.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. So it's like a graphic thing.
Yes.
Well, there you go, guys. Question answered. So we got Saline going in here on Ransom. I already showed this whole attack, Red, so I think we'll just we'll skip ahead right to the next one here. But pretty nice. I mean, pretty standard. Ransom, everyone's seen it a million times. So we'll skip ahead from Saline going into... we have Horst, pretty excellent name, going in on Tapir. Yeah, so I guess Tapir, the idea is you come up like just below the core, something like that.
Yeah, but it looks like he's clearing mines to go on top of it, maybe for less shocks.
Oh, okay. I guess it just depends on the layout, right?
Yeah, because it looks like it's 3 shocks from the top, so then he's going to go there.
Let's see how this works here. So he's got the Zookas coming in. Back. Usually 7, but here it's 1, says Josh. I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. So he's got brick loaded up. So here's another question for you, Red. When using Rifle Cryo Zuka Medic, what is the first defense to take out? That question comes from Ronnie Dover. And we'll let you field that one. If it's only 1, though, you think that's always the best one?
Normally, like for me, I'm doing like a 7 ice push right now.
Jesus.
And most guys, like in that, 1200 BP range,
yeah,
the prototypes have a lot of health on them.
That's true.
If I can get 1 or 2 rocket launchers down, Because I've only got like 70 gunboat energy.
Right.
I
Yeah,
usually
so
try to pick off like a side.
that makes
The
sense.
right side rocket launcher and go left side, or go, get 2 on each side and leave the back one, and then the medics can keep up. If not, they can't really keep up.
Yeah.
And then just shock the prototype.
I would agree with that. Like, all my rifle cryozuka medic attacks, it's like basically they've always started with either, like, unless there's like 2 mortars right beside each other, I'll always go ahead and just clear all 3 of the rocket launchers first, and then just kind of figure out the base from there.
Yeah, because the shock launchers aren't going to hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll dive into Annie 7799. He apparently destroyed Diox. So we'll dive into this one next, and we'll see if he can clean up the path a little bit here. Actually, the last attack on Diox was pretty well perfect. I mean, he just kind of got clipped by those rockets in the beginning.
Yeah, they decided to pick off a few of his girls right away, and yeah.
Kind of went
that
south
is
from
what's
there.
frustrating about it, is it's not quite 100%.
Yeah. Alright, so he's basically doing the same thing here.
And his girls didn't get quite as settled. So
He
they're
also
gonna
had
walk
all
a
the
little
mines
straighter.
cleared before, so it was pretty well just walk up and get there. So he gets right to the top. I guess there's so little health on at this point. He just needs to do, like, he could almost flash kill it, right?
Yeah, and both these guys use those 2 smokes at the end. I usually use just 2 from the rocket launcher to the mortar.
Oh, really? Fancy. Red showing off, guys. Oh, those mortars would have decimated him, but that's all he needed. Diox goes down. So yeah, let's dive into Psycho going in on Alamo. Now, Chicken is kind of famous for being very good at Alamo core rushes. Apparently, that's like an unconventional tactic, but we did try it a few times, guys.
Just keep calm.
So we got Psycho going in here. He's got Spark going in by herself.
I thought it said like he got like 21 things. That's ridiculous.
Really? I did not pay attention to that. So he's taking out the shock launcher first. And I guess the idea with Alamo, correct the Chicken if he's wrong here, Red. You basically want to clear out all the stuff in front of the core, right? Like all those rock launchers and stuff, they kind of have to go first.
Yeah. Yeah, a successful hit here, you're going to want that shock launcher gone with the universal remote. Hopefully get the 4 rocket launchers, 2 machine guns, mortar. After that, everything else is kind of bonus.
Right. So you're just clearing a pocket and taking the shield gens as you go, I guess.
Not even really taking the shield gens anymore. You just kind of leave those and just set it up for free snipe.
I guess that makes sense. So we have Rick Wyatt says, get Chicken on the podcast, Red. Guys, I forgot to mention, Red has a Boom Beach podcast that we're going to throw in the description of this video right now, I think, if it works like that. Like, yeah, you can throw a link up, right? And then it just takes him to the app or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to get it on like the normal podcast player app. Right now you have to download another app to listen to it, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll get around that eventually.
Yeah, and I guess, since you're a company man, Chicken, it's kind of an adult tilted podcast.
Right. Okay, it's rated R, guys. So just be don't let your kids anywhere near it is what Red is trying to say here.
No.
Okay, this is interesting.
So maybe someday it won't be. Maybe someday.
Yeah, soon he'll clean up his act, guys. So we have Spark going in, and she took out a bunch of stuff, and now he's just got a whole great wall of Zookas coming in next to take out all the snipers and the boom cans and stuff. This is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was a lot of GBE used. I think maybe he'll just clean up the beach.
And in comes the turret to shock all of the Zookas. I guess that actually worked out well, though. The sniper tower started shooting away at it instead.
Usually a good play here too, you know, is to mark those rocket launchers behind the core for the next guy.
Right. Okay, so it says, I'm pretty impressed with the internet right now. It says it's still able to keep up with Red on Skype, guys. Probably shouldn't jinx it, but so far nothing's caught on fire yet. Okay, so that's the end of that attack. Interesting stuff on Alamo. So next we have Peregrine, interesting name, going in on cleanup, and we'll see how this is going to go here. So I'm not sure if he's going to go for the shields or go for the rocket launchers. One of the two, I guess, right?
I would imagine he's going to go right for that pocket right there that he just cleared mines at.
Okay.
And he's just going to take out machine guns and rocket launchers as much as he can.
Alright, well, let's this plays out. And we have another question coming in here from Vcash Manju. He says, hey, Chicken. I almost said kitchen. Hey, Chicken, 2 smiley faces. Don't you guys, Boom Beach YouTube channels, have any benefits of advertising Boom Beach, like internal leaks from Supercell or any free-to-play bases with unlimited resources? Now, this is something that a lot of people seem to think, and I guess it's kind of understandable, but Supercell gives the Boom Beach YouTubers nothing in terms of finances or like things like that. Like, obviously we get to post like sneak peeks and stuff, but that's pretty well it. I mean, there's not a whole lot that really goes on behind the scenes that you guys aren't either aware of now or like become aware of once the sneak peek videos come out. Like, it's not too crazy of stuff that happens, I guess. So
I imagine they would give it to you too far in advance, right? To where like you could possibly leak it to a bunch of people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're always like very careful about like leaks and stuff. So probably shouldn't talk too much more about that, but I try to be as transparent as possible, guys. Okay, so next up we have the first attack of Green Court. We got Sparky and we got the Zookas. So if Red is ready, we are going to dive into Green Court next.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not really familiar with any of these new bases. Like, I've attacked them before, but it's usually just kind of like chicken, like making it up as we go. So I'm not sure what like the optimal way is to attack this. It looks like he's going to try to take out this rocket launcher, I'm assuming, with Spark here.
Yeah, normally, you know, hack this, get that front shield generator gone, which is pretty easy to do, and then you're going to go right or left.
So there's only
get the other
four.
shield generator.
There's only 4 single shield gens in this. Is that how it always is?
Yes.
Oh,
and they're always that spread apart.
Interesting. So he's only sending in a few boats here. I guess that's all he needs to take out the one.
Well, yeah, he's going to want to split his boats here because he's got to take 4 more boats up the right side yet. So he can't waste a whole bunch of GBE here.
Okay, gotcha. So he's going to go left and farm the cells is the idea?
No, he's going to just go left and try to rush another shield generator.
Okay.
Now, he could go right, too.
Right, I guess it doesn't. It's the
But
same.
normally they go left.
It's the same play
Or,
either
sorry,
way.
normally they go right.
Okay, so here he goes. He's got his last 4 boats coming up this way. So he's going right up to the corner here.
To complete his gunboat energy quick.
Not sure exactly what Red said there, guys. He kind of cut out for a second.
Yeah, and see, now the trick is when he's walking, he has to stop them in, like, just the right spot.
Okay. Oh, so he's not going all the way up there to the top. I see.
No, he'll flare the shield generator now.
Wow. That was crazy. And that's only with 4 boats, too.
Yeah.
And then that's it? They just die? There's nothing else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then he marks the next one. Interesting. Well, that was pretty cool.
I've seen replays of guys getting 3 shield generators in one hit.
How? How is that even possible?
Yeah, right? It's ridiculous. And also getting like 4 rocket launchers on the left, on the bottom left.
Right. So let's dive into Crispy Mac. Let's actually take a second here and make sure we're not falling behind. All right, so we still got half an hour on the tribal reset, so we're good there. We're going to dive into Crispy Mac, and we're going to show the next question here. So we have a question from Deep Zero Solo, Boom Beach. And Red, I'm going to throw this one out to you. It says, how do you prove the Pythagorean theorem and prove that differentiation and integrating in calculus isn't absurd? Now, I'm not sure how we got this question based on the videos and stuff, but I'll throw it out to Red anyways,
I'm not sure how a 3, 4, 5 triangle really comes into play with what he's asking.
I don't even know what half those words mean, to be perfectly honest, but...
Well, Pythagorean's theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It's a math formula.
Right, obviously.
But I don't... What was the rest of it?
And prove that differentiation and integrating in calculus isn't absurd. Now, personally, I think it is somewhat absurd, but what are your thoughts?
Well, you kind of need it. I mean, it's a formula for stuff. I mean, yeah.
I guess that about seems
calculus and trig are kind of like, graphing.
See, guys, who said that the chicken is not educational at times?
Yeah, we'll teach you stuff.
So Crispy, able to take out a couple more rocket launchers just with Spark, and now he's coming in with the Zookas, flaring up on that left corner, and I assume he's going for the shields now, right?
He could. They're wide open.
Because there's nothing really... It's just like sniper towers up that left side, so we shouldn't have much problem getting back there. Munkle Monkey, welcome to the stream, man. John McGowan, thank you for coming out. We got so much going on here, guys. It's
probably really upset.
What's that?
I would be really upset if my Spark died before it got that other rocket launcher.
Right. Because then you just send her up there for nothing, right?
Well, yeah, because there's still one left. You know you're not going to be able to, like, get on a free snipe, but you're going to be able to do some heavy damage now, so all's not lost.
Okay. So we got our answer in the chat, Red. Shishka Bobber says, the time rate of change of a particular variable is considered its derivative with respect to time, so the time rate of change of position is what we call velocity, hence it is a derivative. I mean... It's fairly obvious, but I was trying to let Red figure it out, guys.
Wow.
I didn't know we had rocket scientists in the chat, guys, but that's good stuff.
Totally, I'm calling it. He Googled that.
So he's got the girls coming up. This left side here. He goes ahead and shocks the cannons. An interesting strategy.
Yeah, when they're walking, they just get picked off so fast.
And I guess those cannons have so much health that they're not just picking them off right away. Here comes the turret.
Full boost. Look how slow they die.
Yeah.
Just, ugh.
I didn't think we would see much remote turret in the high-level operations. I thought they were going to be completely useless. But we've seen a lot of them so far.
So good.
Like that 20k of health that you can just kind of throw down there, I guess, does... make a bit of a difference.
Well, and what they're good for mostly, too, is just the distraction,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I knew they would be good against player bases, just because they have so much, just because they had so much HP, like, you could basically distract an entire rocket launcher with it. Like, for the whole, like, duration of the attack, but I didn't think we'd see them much in high-level operations. So next up, we got the man himself. I assume what it is anyways. We got Josh Vanguard going in on Alamo. So let's see how this is going to go, guys. Actually, Shish says, actually, I am a rocket scientist. So that's pretty impressive, guys. We got 2 rocket scientists in the chat between Shish Kebabber and Dan, which is pretty crazy. So we got Josh going up here. He's getting Spark up behind these sniper towers. He's going to hack that last rocket, it looks like. Dr. Tina Turtle Suit. More Easter eggs.
She's so hidden back there.
I know, you can't even see her. I guess that's why I threw the extra smoke in.
With that upper smoke.
Yeah, yeah. So there goes the rocket launcher. Now what is the play, Joshy?
Get the machine guns. Good job.
Nice. So yeah, I guess now there's only those rockets that are... Well, are those rockets even in range if you get the Zukas like back far enough? Probably not, eh?
No, he's going to be able to do some work now.
He's going for another one. Holy jeez. Josh is hacking everything, guys.
Because now he can basically just go up the left side and then clear to the core for a free snipe.
Right. Back. Okay, so, yeah, I guess that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to work his way up. So we can speed through this a little bit. We don't need to watch every single step of the Zukas in slow motion. I couldn't tell where she was, says Josh. So we did nail that one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I was like, where is she?
So he's going up. He's right on the shields here. Just shocking and clearing. All the flamethrowers going down. He gets the turret out in front to eat some of those sniper towers. Again, we see more turret play. So the turret is it's... When is it leaving? It's leaving tomorrow, right? Because it was only here from the... we can check. It's in the boombox, but I think it leaves on the 19th.
Yeah, and then we get speed serum.
Oh, that is going to be juicy, guys. Now, there has been some controversy, kind of started by the chicken, because I said 100% that speed serum does stack with battle orders. And then I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they don't know or they don't think that it does. Do you remember when we had it on... I'll throw this out to Red and the chat, guys. Let us know down there, too. Did speed serum actually stack with battle orders? Now, when I said this, I was 100% sure that it did, but apparently this actually isn't the case. So does anybody actually know? We're going to jump into Punster next on Alamo, guys.
You know, personally, I don't know. All I know is when you hit the speed serum, everything died.
Yeah, that's true. It was very, very strong, guys. I can't wait to use it just on like player bases and operations and stuff. I wish it was longer than 3 days, though. 3 days is not enough, especially when we got all like the other ones for like 2 weeks. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm guessing because Forlorn Hope and these, I mean, all these core rushes and stuff are going to be crazy.
Right.
Proceed with caution, though. Remember, the speed serum also works on defenses.
Yeah, that is true, eh? I forgot about that.
Yeah, so if you hit a machine gun and don't get it shocked, it's going to be rest in peace.
Rip. So he's coming up here. He's clearing more stuff. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just go up and around from the top. And I'm also surprised why he doesn't have Brick with him. Oh, I guess he's just going to use Spark to keep like a wave of critters coming out for the rocket launchers, right?
I think for the boom cannons that are still in range.
Oh, okay.
He's got those couple by the core there.
Back,
he's going to pick off this one because it's flanking him. And then he'll move up. And, yeah. Sit on the core.
Oh, okay. I guess he's coming in now. Alex Box says, is it wrong I'm watching this live from the toilet? So excited. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most of my YouTube watching is also done from the toilet, so as I'm sure like 99% of everyone else is as well.
Well, yeah. Actually, my best hits come when I'm giving my son his bath.
Really?
Yeah, so he's sitting in the bathtub playing with his toys, and I'm sitting on the toilet with my clothes on, of course, just kind of watching him so he doesn't splash around.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, it sounds like a good time to get some Boom Beach in. I always find the bathroom hits are just like fantastic. Like there's just something about being on the toilet and playing Boom Beach that where like all your senses start to like click in for some reason.
Well, and I feel like since I'm doing something productive, like with the kids at the time, and I'm also in the bathroom, it's like a double shot that my wife isn't going to interrupt me, and the one kid that's going to jump on me is in the tub.
Oh, okay, so you have like you're covered on all aspects.
Yeah, like I know he's not going to interfere. I know she's not going to yell at me, so we're good.
Alrighty, so there's Punster taking down Alamo, guys. And I think we're almost done here. So we got Sergeant Cox going in on Rogue next. I guess we can attack this op, and I don't think the stream is going to last 18 hours, so we probably won't be able to get in live this time. But yeah, let's see how Rogue goes. So before we started, I've seen a couple things on Rogue come out recently. I think someone posted they had a Rogue solo or like 2 hits on it or something. Do you know what that was?
Oh yeah. Yeah, what they'll do, if you pull up the map here and you go to the left side of the core,
yeah,
they either take Everspark or now probably Bullet. And Everspark, they will like hack and keep walking the left rocket launcher in the front there.
Okay.
And then they'll shock the other stuff, but then they'll just clear the whole core. I've also seen Bullet shocked in there, and then they just have one shock to hit, the machine guns on the back right, and they can clear out the entire core in one hit.
That seems crazy.
They just clear some mines in the front.
Right. Yeah, whenever I've seen this, I've always seen people start at the right usually, take out those cells, and then go up and then try to get as many shields as they can. But I guess if you can just go up to the top, like, it must kind of depend on the layout, right? Like, I'm sure not every rogue can be done in 2 hits.
Well, that, and I mean, yeah, just how insane you are. I mean, there's guys like in Global Eruption, Insane High, that, like, that's his base. They just mark Insane on it, and he just goes in and just crushes.
All right, so let's play this here. Let's see how Sergeant Cox goes in on Rogue here, guys. He's taking out the mines on the lasers first, so he looks like he is going to take the chicken tactic here, guys.
Which is a super fun hit, because you clear like everything. You feel like a god.
Right. So Rick Wyatt says, being at work, using toilet to do an op hit, literally being paid to hit, that's where a lot of the good work is done. And I think that's 100% correct.
Yeah, when you can boom at work, it's really satisfying.
I used to have this job where I cleaned schools at night, and I was literally the only one in the building, so I would just like race through the cleaning, and then when I was done, I'd have like 2, maybe 3 hours if I was like really doing a shitty job and just kind of flying through everything to like just play like Boom Beach, Clash Royale, whatever. Suffice to say, the chicken did not last very long in that job, guys. Okay, so he's taking out all this stuff here. I don't know if I've ever seen it done this way. And another turret comes down, guys. Turrets everywhere. It gets sniped. I'm not sure what the point of that turret was. It didn't seem like it really did anything.
He should flare back into those boom cannons pretty soon.
Yeah, I guess he's got enough girls left to take them all.
There he goes.
Okay, so now the critters come out. Now he's farming up closer to those boom cannons. Wolfpack says, Red, what was your worst summer job? Interesting question from Wolf.
My worst summer job, I worked for, well, first off, in high school, I was an all-state pitcher.
Wow.
Like, baseball pitcher. So, I was also on a team that only won 5 games.
So you're carrying the show there.
Pretty much, my 5 wins were 5 no-hitters. And, it was a 2-man rotation.
Oh, okay.
So, my worst job was I was painting.
Right.
Can you imagine painting after pitching like 150 pitches the night before?
Shoulder get a little stiff?
Oh, it was terrible. and they wouldn't give us a power washer. Like, to paint the building, like, to take the old paint off, and we were doing, like, all of the park buildings.
Oh, really? You just had, like, one little roller?
We had a scraper. We had to scrape the old paint off.
Oh, man.
By hand. It was awful.
Yeah, that sounds pretty shitty.
And then they were pink. The primer was pink for a brown building. So then they were pink for a day, and then everyone kept driving by and asking if we were doing it wrong. It was so embarrassing.
That sounds annoying, but that was just for one summer?
Yes.
That's not too terrible.
The other summers I detasseled corn.
Nice. That sounds pretty exciting. Why don't you tell everyone about that?
That is not exciting. You walk through cornfields and pull the tassels out the top of them.
Don't they have, like, big machines for that? With, like, the big, like, roller things? They just kind of suck it all up?
I think they cut them.
The chicken's thinking of Baylor.
Male and female. So they cut off, like, 7 or 8 rows.
Right.
And make them female. And the males are still way tall. And then they pollinate the female plant.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tedious.
The tassels in there, so we got to pull that out.
I imagine it becomes like a little stale after a while.
It's really itchy. I mean,
someone said that in the
really
chat.
Tall grass.
That's funny.
Yeah, and the corn leaves cut you, and then
Nice.
they itch, but they also burn when you scratch them. So,
so the fun just never
but the
stops.
painting was by far the worst.
Really? I've painted before, and it's always just been like,
yeah.
I could kind of do this. Like, it's kind of boring, but...
But, like, you're painting, so the painting is boring. Your arm really hurts. And it's Iowa, so, I mean, it's 95% humidity. It's 95 degrees.
Yeah, that would suck. Doing anything when it's really hot out just sucks, like, really quickly.
Well, and then you know you're not going to get out of the heat either. I mean, you're just going to go to baseball afterwards.
Right. Mr. Poink says, well, this is riveting, ... Mrs. Doyle, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming out. Getting some dirty plant talk in with Red, guys. Does it get any better? So that is all that we have from the operation. So now, we can jump into...
Which they're doing really well on.
Yeah, I guess it's not finished yet, so they still have... well, they have Tapir left, technically. Then they have Green Court and Rogue still to go down. But they got 12 hits left, so... Should be more than okay, I would imagine, based on how the rest of those went. So yeah, big thank you to Josh for letting us come out into his task force, guys, and go over some of these operation hits. So what I did want to check out was take a look at this boombox here and see if we were correct about when the remote turret is going away. So it tells us the Troop Mania is going away in 14 hours. And it doesn't... Does it give us a timeline for the turret? I thought it did. Either way, I'm pretty sure it goes away on the 19th at... Oh, what is it? Chicken's so bad with time zones, guys. UTC 0 o'clock. Whatever that translates to for you guys. I think it's 7 p.m. for the chicken. So maybe we'll get that the same time as the tribal reset, or maybe it's a day later. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, because it should happen tonight at midnight.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, so maybe it'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm not... We'll see. When it changes, guys, then we know that it's changed. I mean,
But it's coming really soon.
Tribal reset is almost here, guys. We have 11 minutes until the tribes change. So let's just get into a little bit of chicken map clearing here. It's Monday here in Australia. How do you feel about
these extra gunboat abilities? Do you like them?
Yeah, I do. I was talking about this in tomorrow's video, but we can get into some spoilers here. So, I think that... I don't think that they're perfect. I think it's kind of annoying that they're only temporary. But it's still, like, on the right track, right? Like, it's still... like, we're getting away from tribes and heroes and stuff and getting into, like, just gameplay, which seems to be what everybody wants out of these updates. Is like, give us Task Force Wars, give us like a different way to play this game that we've been playing for like 3 or 4 years, like every single day, right? Like, people just want something different, and I think that's exactly what these new gunboat abilities bring. It's just something new. It's just something different. Like, it's kind of annoying. What I would like to see, maybe have them come out with like, maybe once we've had our hands on all of these abilities for a little bit, make them all like they work with the heroes. Like, make them upgradable, make them hard to upgrade, so it takes like a long time to get them all maxed out, and then let us pick one that we want to use for certain things. And like, maybe that's not going to work depending on how like remote hack and how OP like remote hack and the speed serum end up being. But I think something like that would be interesting, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see the 8th gunboat ability.
Yeah, like we're still waiting on that one.
Where instead of taking 2 heroes, because there's been a lot of talk, like people saying, oh, let's take 2 heroes along. It's like, that's so complicated, though.
Right. If
you could take one of their abilities and choose which one you want as a gunboat ability.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that would just be like, I don't know. Something, it would probably be easier to do, like to put into the game. And it would make a little bit more sense.
Because, yeah, you can't fit, I mean, unless you practice really hard, you can't get the hero under 2 smokes anyway.
Yeah.
So to add another hero...
Yeah, it does seem like I don't know. It just seems like too many heroes if they give us another hero. Like, unless it's like some crazy sort of like flying like armored tank hero that drops like nuclear bombs. Like, I don't really see how they could even like where they're gonna go with this next hero. You know what I mean? If they do bring another one out, like, I feel like they've kind of covered all aspects. Like, we have the healing hero, we have the tank hero, we have like the tactical thing hero, we have the like just the outright damage hero. But I don't know. The chicken doesn't design games, guys. We just play them and make chicken noises for some reason.
When I think if they come out with another hero right now, it would almost be suicide.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. People just seem to... Maybe it's just like the vocal minority, but it did seem like people were kind of upset that there was like so many heroes and not like any sort of hints at Task Force versus Task Force, or like... I don't know. I said this, and we're basically just relaying everything that we went over in tomorrow's video. But I think like a weekly Mega Crab thing with like some sort of leaderboard, whether it's Task Force leaderboard, global leaderboard, just some kind of leaderboard. I think that would be a really good direction for them to go as well. Yeah,
because you've got the iced up player, leaderboard. You've got that already.
Yeah.
Make an offensive one.
Yeah, exactly. Like something like that.
Crab just sit there all the time.
And yeah, there was actually a lot of questions about. There was a lot of questions about the Mega Crab coming soon or not. I think it's going to like. I'm almost 100% sure that it's going to be talked about in the Dev Q&A video, whether it's coming out right away or not. I think we'll get a date within the next week or so. I feel like that is pretty fair to imagine. So we got 6 minutes left.
You know what I'd like to see? Have you ever played Clash of Clans?
Oh, yes.
Have you been on it recently?
Yeah, the clan games, is that where you're going?
Yeah, the mini games.
I haven't actually done them. They seem very similar to quests in Clash Royale. I know you're a big Clash Royale fan.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's kind of the idea, though. It's like, it's basically the same as the quest. Like, take down this base with this troops and get...
No, so you get on a boat, and you float over to another base that you have to build.
Right.
It's smaller than your regular base, and it's off to the side. It doesn't really count towards anything on your base, right away. But then you can gear up defenses later on.
Right.
On your main base. But it has its own leaderboard. And it has totally different troops than what you're used to. Like, they're the same troops, but they've got a whole bunch of crazy twists and turns to them.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, like archers that have the Archer Queen ability.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds sick.
Yeah, like raging barbarians, they rage for a few minutes or a few seconds anyway before it wears off. So yeah, I mean, you know, little stuff like that, and you attack people, but it's not on your main map. It would be on a separate VP, separate leaderboard, separate everything.
Right.
And I think that's where they could introduce Task Force versus Task Force.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's got to just be impossible at this point, but fun fact, the chicken was actually in Finland and got to see the whole builder base thing like shown in that like big YouTuber tournament that they did before it was actually announced in real life, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun twist to it.
And I think, like, I don't know, it just seems like it'd be so easy to just copy and paste stuff from Clash of Clans over to Boom Beach, like the Night Village and Clan games, or like Quest from Clash Royale, just like it's already there, right? Like, it shouldn't be that, like, you wouldn't think that it's that crazy of an idea, but...
Well, I don't know, I like to just destroy the Boom Beach development team, but...
Preferably
I gotta hand
not,
it to
but...
them. You know, none of us thought of tribes.
Yeah, that was true. That was pretty creative. And I mean, it gave all the high level players like the chicken who were just like whining and complaining and screaming like, "Give us something to do with resources." They found like this really cool way to actually make them to make your, like your map worth clearing if you weren't into like operations or leaderboard or whatever.
Well, and even when you go to the map and stuff, I mean, it's like it was always there.
Yeah, right. It's not even. It doesn't even. It's not like a new thing or whatever. It's just like right on top of it.
No, like it fits. It fits really well.
Yeah, exactly. So we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds before the tribes change, guys. Get in all of your predictions right now. I'd like to run like a poll or a bet or something, but maybe eventually we'll get something like that going.
I'm kind of disappointed. Like at Christmas time, we didn't get like the all troop damage, gunboat energy, power stone, like.
Yeah, I know, right? It would have been like perfect timing. It would have been like perfect timing for that. Or just make them stupid. Make it like a 1,000% power stone chance boost for like 24 hours or something ridiculous.
That would be amazing.
Probably asking a little much on that one, but I would not be complaining. Oh man, we're getting crushed by shock mines here. Get up, Zukas! No! Oh man, we're getting wrecked here. Getting wrecked with the chicken in red. Maybe we'll be able to finish it out. Ah, it doesn't look like it, guys. Doesn't look like it. But I mean, the guy had 2 unboosted ice statues without a shield, so it was a pretty tough base.
Ouch.
This Brian guy seems very excited about some stuff. Mr. Poink says, seems like a lifetime. Not sure what you mean, but we have 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. Maybe we'll have enough time to try that base one more time, guys. Okay, so we'll try this again. We'll see how this is going to go. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. Our first ever, like, kind of attempt at doing, like, high-level task force streams. I like doing it with someone too that can kind of bring in like interesting commentary and thoughts and stuff, especially when it's like versus the chicken, just like, oh, I got no idea what's going on here. So appreciate you coming out, Red.
Oh yeah, anytime.
And yeah, if you guys want to see more of this or have any thoughts, feedback, concerns, questions, anything like that, let me know that down below in the chat or the comments if you're watching this later on YouTube. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better here, guys. So we got the heavies out in front, and just about to take it, and boom. All right, so the tribes are about to reset. Let's see how this is going to work. Pure Wolf says, the 8th gunboat ability should be the Mega Turtle or Crab, or better yet, Mega Chicken, back in brackets, to completely decimate a base for you, limits to apply. I like the sounds of that, but that's just the chicken speaking, guys. So we have 50 seconds before the tribes reset. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty. So it seems like most people are on board with the with the high level task force streams. I'd like to be able to do that at least once a week. I think we could figure something like that out.
Yeah, that'd be a good time. Because you can't leave it all to Turtle. He's got a monopoly here.
No, yeah, I mean, anything we can do to just kind of disrupt Turtle, annoy him, like anything like that, guys, that's always going to be very high on the chicken's priority list.
You guys can go and get them all a thumbs down and give this one a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it.
You heard it from Red, not the chicken. All right, so we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom, what do we got? New tribes. Boom, there it is, guys. Gunboat energy. I was excited for a second. I saw the heavy health, and I was thinking it was going to be heavy Zook again, but we got heavy health and heavy damage, which is interesting. But gunboat energy, not going to complain about that one at all. Especially when the chicken only has, only has 4 gunboat energy statues right now, as opposed to the 5 or 6 we're used to usually running. But yeah, what do you guys think? Red, what do you think of these new tribes? What would you rate it? What would you rate it out of 10 here?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
A 7. A 7 basically all on getting the gunboat energy tribe.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Damage.
Heavy health is good too, and I mean, all heavies is fun. It's not very good in operations, but it's fun to use against Dr. Terrence and stuff like that.
I don't know if I've ever done that, but I'd probably try it.
It works, man. It works. Like, against some bases, it's actually pretty decent, even if they have ice and stuff. But yeah, machine gun damage, that's going to be annoying. Mortar health, that's also going to be really annoying. But the extra GBE, Smoky Heavy Zuka is going to be fantastic. Which is all heavy strapped.
Oh, it feels so good. That extra 30%.
Yeah, that's going to be nice for sure. So I think that is going to wrap it up for the live stream today, guys. Big shout out to Red. If you want to check out his podcast and you're over the age of like 27, then we'll throw a link. We'll throw a link in the chat for that somewhere. But yeah, Red, any closing words, thoughts?
I got nothing.
All right, he's got nothing, guys.
It was fun. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Awesome, good stuff, man. All right.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll talk to you on the Telegram.
All right, man.
Boom. Alrighty, guys. So thank you so much to everyone for coming out for the Tribal Reset live stream. We had a lot of fun, as we always do. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, I want to do something like that with Red or another guest where we do high-level task force streams and operations and stuff. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts, feedback, concerns down below in the comments, guys. That is going to wrap it up for the live stream today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out. Wait, we'll leave you this screen.